It's the beginning of a new season. Hello, spring! If you are anything like me, this is the season when your motivation starts to get reawakened again. Maybe you're starting to feel that summer version of yourself calling, or those little sparks of the sunshine version of you starting to creep through. Or maybe you feel like you're waiting for that extra push or a bit of inspiration to get you raring to go for the spring summer season. I'm in the bucket of I'm officially ready. I am ready to exit my winter hibernation and to have a bit of a glow up, a full-on transformation glow up heading into the sunnier weather. So today I'm sitting down with you to share my 10 healthy habits that will have you glowing both inside and out and have you feeling your very, very best for spring summer 2024. Okay, we're going to start off with the external part of ourselves because I really want to be feeling my very best. I want to be looking and feeling my best this summer. I'm into it. Hot girl summer is happening this year for us. And to make that a reality, spring is when we've got to put in the work. So nothing happens on the outside without first treating ourselves right on the inside. So habit or tip number 1 is focusing on hydration. We are going to be drinking 2 litres of water every single day. It does wonders for our skin, it does wonders for our hair, it does wonders for our mood, it does wonders for our energy levels. Keeping properly hydrated, we know it's important, we know how much of a big difference it makes to how we feel, and we're not messing around. We're doing 2 litres of water every single day. I also, since I bought myself my Stanley Cup, I really now have no excuse. I think this is the 2 litre, so I can fill this up and I have to get to the bottom by the end of the day. And I do have to say that my tip would be, if you are trying to get more hydration in, if you're trying to drink more water throughout your days, get yourself a straw. Get yourself some kind of instrument with a straw. I have to say I'm loving my Stanley Cup. I also have the Simple Modern water cup from Amazon, which also has a straw. I also get through so much water when I use that as well. Get yourself a straw and you'll be amazed how much quicker you just get through it when you've got a cool cup to drink your water out of. That's tip number 1. Okay, if we're going in priority order, once we've got ourselves fully hydrated, habit number 2 is going to be nutrition focus. I want to be prioritizing cooking 2 new recipes every single week. Every single week, I'm going to try 2 new recipes because I believe that everybody's goal when it comes to nutrition and food should be around variety, and variety when it comes to plants. So how can we incorporate the highest volume of variety of plants in our diet every single day, every single week, month, year, etc. Because we really do want to be getting the broadest range of nutrients and vitamins into our diet as we possibly can. So higher variety of foods equals high variety of vitamins. And I pretty much always have this as an ongoing goal of mine. But for this season, I'm going to tackle achieving that goal by making 2 new recipes that I've never made before every single week. I absolutely love cooking. I love cookbooks. There is so much inspiration out there, even if you don't actually buy a cookbook. Instagram and TikTok are literally riddled with recipe ideas, and I am definitely going to be prioritizing. Do a bit of a scroll. I've got a folder, a saved folder on Instagram where I save all of the recipe ideas that I see that I think, oh my gosh, that's so good. And I want to try and get a little bit more organized of actually revisiting that folder rather than just saving loads of things there and then not going back to it. So my new plan is every single Sunday, I'm going to have a look through my saved recipes on my Instagram folder every single week and then plan out when I'm going to make 2 of those that week. It doesn't matter how simple they are, how complicated they are. If I've got a longer evening, I will have a bit of an evening routine with a new recipe. I will definitely do that. Otherwise, it doesn't even matter if it's a simple new overnight oats recipes. 2 new recipes, pack nutrients into our diet twice a week. My 3rd glow up healthy habit that I'm going to be doing to get the outside of me feeling like I'm ready for hot girl summer is focusing a little bit more on my supplements and my supplementation. I feel like there is so much conflicting information out there on the internet about whether you should bother supplementing, whether you should just get that stuff from food. And I think I've come to my own conclusion that absolutely I am going to try and prioritize in getting all the nutrients that I need from my food, but it can't hurt to supplement. And I also think that there are so many supplements out there. They've been specifically created to help you tackle specific things. And I don't want to be missing out on maximizing my health and maximizing my overall glow by missing a trick with forgetting supplements. So I'm introducing new supplements into my diet. I want to make sure that my vitamin D intake is much higher. I know we are now entering summer, sunnier weather, but I do think that especially if you live somewhere like in the UK where we do get a lot of grey, a lot of cloud cover, I do want to make sure that I'm regularly supplementing with vitamin D. And then similarly, I don't eat meat. I do eat fish and I'm not vegan, but I don't eat any meat whatsoever. So B12, I want to make sure that I'm regularly supplementing with B12 as well. And on the theme of supplementation, one of my areas of focus for the next few months, and to be honest, it has been for the last few months as well, is hair care. As some of you may know, I've officially started dyeing my hair. I'm starting to get greys through. I've started to see a lot more breakage in my hair over the last like 6 months or so. And to be honest, I love my hair and I want to look after it and I want to get it back to being like fighting fit and its very best, which is why I'm so excited to say that this part of the video is very kindly sponsored by Hairburst. And honestly, I am in the depths of a true Hairburst hair transformation journey and I am absolutely loving it. So the bundle of products that I am currently using with Hairburst is the Vegan Growth Boost Bundle. And honestly, I highly recommend it. So in the Vegan Growth Boost Bundle, you get 2 products. You get their hair gummies, the supplements, and you also get a multi-active scalp serum as well. Okay, first, let's talk the gummies. First of all, this is the least important part about the entire gummies, but they're absolutely delicious. And only having 2 a day is genuinely kind of a struggle. I've actually already had my 2 for the day, so I cannot have more. They taste so good. They're like actual sweets, which anyway, it doesn't matter, but so many supplements out there just taste absolutely awful. So to have ones that like genuinely delicious and taste like I get to have actual sweets in the day is so nice. Another much less important factor compared to the actual results these things give you, I just want to mention how insanely cute they are. The gummies are in the shape of, don't know how well you can see that, but they're in the shape of actual little unicorns. So they're also the cutest things in the world to be able to have pink unicorn sweets every day. I just feel like I'm in my girly unicorn era and I'm absolutely loving it. But the results, oh my gosh, so I've now dyed my hair twice. I have scattered highlights and balayage and a root tint as well, like where my greys are. And I've definitely noticed a bit of a difference. Like there's no doubt that when you start dyeing your hair, it does dry it out and it does damage your hair, but I feel like I'm already bouncing back. My hair is feeling so insanely soft. I've been taking the gummies for a few weeks now and I'm honestly so excited to see the difference that these make long term, because of course the important thing with any vitamins or any supplements that you take, the true impact and the true effect comes from consistency in taking them over the long term. So it's something that once you embark on it, you have to stick at, which is why the fact that they taste so good and they look so cute, it makes it so much easier to actually take these consistently every single day and easily incorporate it into your daily routine. These also have vitamin B12 in them, which ticks off my B12 supplementation, which is so good. It just means it's all in one cute little gummy. The other product that I've been using is the scalp serum. This is the first time I've ever used a scalp serum and I am really loving it. And again, I feel like I'm already seeing results. There's 2 patches of my hair that I'm a little bit more insecure about. I've kind of got like a bald patch that goes here and the same thing on the other side. And especially when I turn my hair back, I get quite insecure about it. But like, I'll insert some clips so you can see it properly, but I'm already starting to get so many fluffy bits in this area, which I'm loving. I took a selfie the other day and like, you can see all these new baby hairs that are sprouting from the top of my scalp where I've been using the serum, which is so satisfying to know that it's fully working. Oh my gosh, my hair's just gonna get so thick and so luscious. And that is what I want for spring, summer. I just wanna have lovely, healthy hair that is strong and healthy from the inside out, so that when it gets lots of sun, when it gets chlorine, hopefully if I can find myself a swimming pool this spring, summer, when you're in the sea, like there are so many harsh factors that start impacting your hair in the spring, summer. Especially like I know quite a lot of people end up lightening their hair a little bit in the summer and you start dyeing it a little bit more. So if you also want to protect your hair or if you want to give it a bit of a growth boost before all that damage starts gracing our doorsteps, then I couldn't recommend this bundle enough. As I mentioned, I have the Vegan Growth Boost Bundle, but I highly recommend checking out the website. They have so many incredible bundles on there that tackle all different types of hair care concerns. And the exciting bit, if you type in code HBEllen20 at checkout, you'll get 20% off the entire site or an incredible 35% off all bundles. I know Hairburst is so insanely popular and for good reason, as I now know. So let me know if you already use Hairburst and what you think about it. And if you haven't given it a go yet, then this is your chance with a little bit of money off to give it a try and let me know what you think once you get your hands on the products. And thank you so much again to Hairburst for sponsoring this part of the video and for honestly bringing my hair back to life. I'm loving it. Okay, on to habit number 5. We're talking daily movement. It's spring, it's summer, the weather is coming, it's nice. We are getting outside. It might sound like quite a daunting habit or goal to set for yourself to get outside every single day for exercise, but I'm telling you, this is the time to set that goal. This is the time to be really ambitious with your movement goals, because you will be surprised. I promise you'll be surprised. This is coming from somebody who in the winter months finds it hard to do exercise once a week. If you really push into how insanely glorious it is to get outside when the sun is out in the spring, summer months, you will be amazed at how much more exercise and movement you get in the warmer months of the year. Like for me, it's literally like night and day. And whilst that frustrates me that it dips so badly during the winter, I'm just gonna make the most of it when I can. I'm gonna make the most of the fact in the spring, summer months, I'm getting outside every single day. So my tip for you to truly be feeling your very, very best is daily movement. Every single day, Monday to Sunday, you are doing something outside. That can be a 15-minute walk around your local park or around the block. And I promise you, even 15 minutes of just fresh air on your face, getting outside, doing nothing but focusing on yourself and the fact that you are getting outside for yourself, sticking a podcast, sticking to some music, or just listen to the birds, and I promise it will add just that extra something to your day and it'll have you feeling so good. Okay, habit number 6 is going to be reading for 30 minutes every single day. I feel like I'm cheating with this one because this isn't hard. Whilst I'm still currently in my reading era, I know you're all sick of hearing about it. Reading for 30 minutes every day is not hard, but I do think that I want to keep it up. Even once I exit this current series that I'm obsessed with, I want to make sure that I'm still reading for 30 minutes every single day, because one, I just think it's such a magical, joyful thing to get out of your own head a little bit and to dive into the world of somebody else and explore different characters. And especially, like, I'm loving fantasy books at the moment, and it feels like I'm being swept away to somewhere else. And if you're a bit of an overthinker like I am, then it's just so lovely to get out of your head and to pick up a book. And the very best thing about reading to me is that when you're reading, you can't be doing anything else. You can't be scrolling on your phone, you can't be watching TV in the background. Like, if you're reading, you're focused, and it gets you in the zone like nothing else. And in the last few months when I have been on this reading adventure, it has brought me so much joy, and I really want to keep that up forever, to be honest, but especially it's a priority for the next few months to make sure that that enjoyment that I'm feeling now doesn't dip and doesn't fade. Which brings me nicely onto my next healthy habit that I am going to be incorporating into my glow up transformation for the next couple of seasons, is limiting my phone time. And the reason why those two are linked is because nothing has limited my phone time as much as reading has. Since I started reading, my phone time has plummeted. And again, I want to make sure that I keep that up, and I want to make sure that I am reducing my screen time. So my recommendation for you, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at the screen time on my phone, where you can see exactly how many hours a day you spend on your phone. And I'm setting a target that I want to see a daily 30% reduction on that time over the next month. And wanting to reduce my phone time is honestly for so many reasons, many of which I'm sure you can guess. For one, I think that spring and summer are the months, it is the seasons to be outside. Let's get off our phones, let's get our eyes off the screens, and let's get outside, see nature, see the sunshine, because we know that seeing friends and seeing loved ones out in nature, or out for drinks in the big city, don't get me wrong, I love the cities just as much as I love nature, that is going to fill your cup way more than scrolling on your phone ever will. We also know that comparison is the thief of joy, and we must never ever forget it. And scrolling on your phone and constantly comparing yourself to others online, especially when the nice weather does come out and all the highlight reels, I feel, get even more aggressive during this time of year. Like, everyone really is posting their very best moments, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, I'm going to be posting my best moments, I hope you are too. It's so nice to be able to have, for me anyway, Instagram is like a collection of place where I can look back on all the memories that I've had that I've absolutely loved, and it really is like a special collection of moments for me, and you should do that too. But we have to keep that in mind. We have to remember that that is what people are posting online. They're posting their most special, most favorite memories and best bits, and comparison is the thief of joy, and we don't want to be comparing ourselves this spring, summer. We just want to be doing our own thing, staying in our own lane, minding our own business, and having the best time. So we're reducing our screen time this spring, summer. My next healthy habit is a very important one for me, and that is daily planning. I want to have a daily schedule organized for myself every single day. I've mentioned in a previous vlog that I've bought myself a Notion planner template from the Productivity Method. I am loving it. I'm slowly starting to get to grips with using Notion. It's still a little bit foreign to me because I love pen and paper so much, which I still will use in some ways, but I like being able to reorganize and structure my daily schedule in Notion. It's just much easier than doing it on pen and paper, and I think all of the template features of the productivity method one are really, really good, especially because I'm going to be leaving my 9 to 5 where my days are dictated by like my boss or my manager. Once I've left, I'm going to need to be really disciplined with myself on organizing my daily schedule. So every single day I want to map out what my daily schedule is. Maybe even once I leave, I'll start posting that every single day on Instagram to kind of like keep me accountable for organizing my time. And part of the productivity method is setting 3 non-negotiables for yourself every single day. So I want to be doing that. Part of my daily planning, I want to do my daily plan and then set myself 3 non-negotiables that have to be hit every single day, just to keep me organized, keep me disciplined, and keep me smashing towards my goals, which is the ultimate aim. My next healthy habit is all around getting up early and maximizing light exposure. So I'm actually, as you can see, in my bedroom right now, and we've got curtains and we've also got a blackout blind. And for the spring summer months, I want to get rid of the blackout blind and wake up naturally with the sun. Whenever I've done this before, when I did this last year when I was in the flat, it made such a massive difference to my mornings, like to wake up to just more natural light. I'm still going to use the curtains. I don't want to be like woken up at 4:30 or whatever time the sun rises once we get like into deep summer. I'm still going to have the curtains, but I think to not have it completely dark, it just makes it so much easier to wake up in the mornings with the sun. And I mean, if you want to be bold and just like scrap the curtains altogether, I think there's something kind of cool in that. I think you guys know I'm all about following patterns of nature, and waking up when the sun wakes up, I think, is just such a lovely way to start your day. Especially because this spring summer, we're going to be so blessed living in this house for the first time for these seasons, and I'm currently looking out over the river and we've got a blossom tree and it's just so pretty, and I want to be able to wake up and enjoy that time in the mornings. And even, I'm going to talk about house stuff in another video, but we've bought ourselves officially some outdoor furniture, and to be able to wake up early, go outside and sit outside by the river with a cup of tea in the morning, just, oh. I'm setting a goal of a 6 a.m, somewhere between 6 and 6:30, getting up and out of bed every single day, apart from the weekends. I can be a little bit more flexible there, but 6:30 wake up time every single day. And I think letting the light in and maximizing your light first thing in the morning is going to be a much easier way for me to achieve that goal. And finally, tip or habit number 10 is without a doubt the most special and the most like profound piece of advice that I have received recently. I'm going to desperately try and find the episode because it's so painful that I'm giving you this advice and I can't remember where I got it from. But it was a Diary of a CEO episode, maybe last month, maybe 2 months ago, and I'm going to try and find it and I will link it in the description if I possibly can. And basically in it, there was a man, can't even remember who it was, that talked about the impact of self-love and self-care on our mental health. And importantly, he talked about the fact that serving others or doing something to help and serve others has the biggest impact on our own mental health and making us feel the most happy and fulfilled. And the bit that I found so interesting and so helpful is that he actually ranked 3 things. He said that in the 3 ways that we typically try and make ourselves feel better, self-love in terms of like having a bath, lighting a candle, making yourself a meal is the 3rd most effective. The 2nd most effective is self-talk, so positive affirmations, telling ourselves positive things and reducing any negative self-talk that we give us. But then he talked about the fact that the most effective way to make ourselves feel better is doing something for others and making us feel fulfilled and purpose-driven, and displaying that level of generosity towards somebody else has such a big, profound impact on ourselves. So I know that now makes it sound selfish to be helping others, but I thought that rang so true to me. And if I can maximize on those 3 buckets, all 3, I mean, all 3 are fantastic, right? If I can maximize on all 3 buckets where I'm actively practicing self-care and taking moments out for myself and looking after myself, I'm prioritizing positive self-talk and making sure I'm my own hype woman, and I'm also giving and servicing others as much as I can. So my healthy habit that I want to maintain, it's going to be a weekly healthy habit, is going to be every single week making sure that I really do something that is going out of my way to help somebody else, whether that's Cameron or a family member or a friend or a stranger that I bump into on the street or somebody at work. I want to make sure that every single week, at the end of the week, I can really say to myself, yeah, you really went out of your way this week to help somebody else. And just see what that impact has on my life, because I think that obviously I try to be generous as much as possible in my life anyway, but I think if I can really actively practice that as a goal to try and serve others more often, I am so excited to see what impact that will have on my overall glow in spring and summer. And I think that's going to be a really special one. I think it's going to be a really fulfilling one. But that is it. Those are my 10 healthy habits, my 10 glow up transformation habits that I'm going to be focusing on over the next few weeks and months. And honestly, spending time reflecting on those has been like the most satisfying, exciting thing. Like, it's getting me so pumped for the season ahead. And I just think if I can incorporate every single one of those 10 into every week, it's going to be good, guys. It's going to be a really good spring summer. So I would definitely recommend and challenge you to think about which habits you think would make the biggest impact to your life and would make you have the very best next couple of seasons. And I hope when you do that, you can take a little bit of inspiration from the habits that I've mentioned in this video. Let me know if you like any of these, and let me know if you're going to incorporate them into any of your own goal setting or healthy habit tracking. I am truly wishing all the best for you and all the best for us as we head into this new season. But thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I have had the best time hanging out with you, and I truly cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.